Hey y'all, Kelly Whitney here with another thing older black women should tell younger black women but don't. Family will spin the block too, but you don't have to let them. I'm still in Japan. We got all these wonderful plans, but unfortunately my girl has been struck down with some gastric issues. We've deduced that it was the udon from the breakfast buffet giving her sensitivity. Damn buffets, you gotta watch out for them. They will take you down when you least expect it. But one of you sent me a DM that I want to share with the group because I think her thinking is beautifully balanced, cautious, and loving at the same time. And I think it might provide a good lesson for you guys in how you can be aware, but not be overly harsh, because I think balance in most relationships is critical if you're going to enjoy them, but not be taken advantage of. She says, "Hello, Auntie Kelly, love the videos. I'm messaging you because long story short, my parents are back together and it's bothering me, but I don't want to say anything because I do believe as humans we all deserve love and companionship. So who am I to get in the way of my mother's love life?" They are 70, by the way. A few background details. Me and my mother have struggled with some form of homelessness since I was 10. Now I'm 34. I have a great job and was able to buy my own house. My mother lives with me and my son. My dad has always had the means to help our homeless situation, or at least to lighten the load for my mom, but he never did. My dad came back into the picture about a year ago wanting to rekindle a relationship with me. I didn't mind, but I knew there was an underlying reason because he's always chosen his significant others over me. I found out his wife, who didn't like me, was in the mid to late stages of dementia. His wife's daughter took her mom to Texas and sold her home, leaving my dad to find a new place. According to him, he has one. I felt bad that he was alone, so I invited him to Thanksgiving at my home. Mom and dad got to talking, now they're together. I don't like it, and now I don't even want to bother trying to start a relationship with him. I just want both of them to leave me alone. So she's getting the hint that there's some hoe shit afoot. I confirmed Dad does have a place to stay. She said he does, which is actually a little shocking because according to my mom and my lived history with him, he's always lived with the woman he was dating at the time. So this is an opportunist. And there are men like that. My brother actually is like that, or has been like that. I used to joke and say, he's the only man I know who can go to a completely different city and be shacked up before it gets dark. And all of his girlfriends shared a similar appearance. They were usually fat, had a pretty face, and had 2 to 3 kids, which told me that there could be some insecurity there. And so when my brother, who was quite handsome in his day, showed interest in them, they were flattered enough to drop their guard and allow him to move in. I'm sure they regretted that shit. But anyway, back to the story. She goes on to say, my mom does not work. I work and Dad works, but he just had back surgery and is saying he doesn't think he's going back. I'm unsure if that's by choice or by force. He's known to lie, so you never know with him. He's looking for a place to stay, period. That's why he's talking to her mom. He's going back to a well where he knows there's water. Only the mom's not going to be providing it this time. The daughter is. You see what I'm saying? We're on the same page because she responded exactly my thought process, but it's going to be some hurt feelings because it ain't happening. I found a way out of homelessness. He gonna have to do the same. And I love my mama, but she bet not part her lips to ask me no foolishness like that. Thank you for talking with me. I was talking to friends to make sure I wasn't crazy, but they think it's cute because they old and they missing the issue of the whole situation. And that's quite common. When it's a situation involving family and there's some love afoot, all of a sudden, the birds and the stars start circling above people's heads. They lose sight of the reality of the situation, which is this father and this daughter have painful history. And this daughter has managed to carve herself a very admirable life out of homelessness, a homelessness that her parents did not cure for her. She cured that herself by her own means, and she's not interested in jeopardizing her stability and the stability of the life she has built for her son, and who could blame her? But yet and still, she's balanced enough and loving enough that she did not badmouth anybody. She's allowing everybody to be an adult, which is as it should be. Everybody can make their own determination and decision about what they want to do and with whom, but she's making it clear, at least in her mind, the boundaries that she's going to establish, and that there's not going to be any moving in and all this and that on her dime. And I don't blame her, because I personally have always had an issue with men who just leech off women. I think that is disgusting. I mean, to me, it is the antithesis of really what it means to be a man. And essentially what you're doing is using another human being, and you're using a daughter that you had no use for when she was homeless, but now that she has a house and you don't, all of a sudden you want to come back into her life? Oh shit. Absolutely not. You're not gonna make use of me, and that's on that. But I love the fact that she has not allowed herself to become ugly or hard. My thing is, I hope mama ain't stupid like that, but maybe at that age it doesn't matter. The companionship is more important. I don't know. I'll have to tell y'all when I get to be 70. Good Lord willing. Yeah, it wouldn't be me. I'd be like, you ain't got no place to stay, huh? Thank you and good night. But this young girl, she's very balanced and measured, and she's reasoning things out, which I always love. And she's being practical at the same time as she is being thoughtful and considerate. That's good stuff. So I thought you guys might be able to learn a little something by how she's approaching the situation, getting ahead of an issue. All good stuff. Chef's kiss from your internet auntie. Yeah, that ends my TED Talk for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow.